would get 12% more funding in the 2021 fiscal year, which would give the agency a budget of over $25 billion if Congress approves. Almost half of the funding would go towards putting the first woman on the moon by 2024. A good night for NBA's Florida teams. The Miami Heat hammered the Golden State Warriors 113-101 in San Francisco, and the Magic knocked off the Atlanta Hawks 135-126 in Orlando. Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Come to the 7th Annual Habitat Strawberry Festival on March 7th, 2020 at the McPherson Government Complex. The festival will have vendors, food, a car show, a kids zone, live entertainment, pie-eating contests, and all things strawberry. All to also raise funds to build a habitat home for a family in our community. Check out the website, habitatocala.org, and follow the link. The Habitat for Humanity Strawberry Festival is Saturday, March 7th, with breakfast served at 7:30. Free admission, $5 parking. See you there. Casino Night fundraiser aimed at reducing suicides among veterans is happening Saturday, February 22nd at Brick City Center for the Arts. Doors open at 6 p.m., and this event is to help Less Than 22, a nonprofit which provides one good day to a veteran at no charge, with inshore and offshore fishing, scalloping, manatee tours, horseback riding, mental health assistance, and more. Come out, enjoy an evening, and help a veteran stay alive. For information, email titoviv@bellsouth.net. That's titoviv@bellsouth.net. Are you a medical provider that doesn't like to settle for the same boring scrubs? Scrub Paradise in Ocala has a wide selection of top brand scrubs with embroidery available and the newest medical shoes and accessories. Every medical provider should look as great as the care they provide. Scrub Paradise is just off Easy Street next to Shoe Carnival in Ocala. Stop by today or give them a call at 352-873-4368. That's 352-873-4368.
Near record-breaking high temperatures for today. After patchy morning fog, we'll have partial sunshine with a high today 84 to 87. Tonight, mild with increasing cloudiness, low 66 to 68. Wednesday, mostly cloudy and very warm. The temperature approaching the record of 88 set in 1982 with a high 85 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
I'm Scotty, owner of 12 Rounds Boxing, with a personal invite for you to come check out my gym in Ocala, Florida. Open 7 days a week from 10 a to 10 p. Come check us out.
This year's free Camellia Show Spectacular is rolling along. Hundreds of many rare and exotic specimens blooming right now all over this 5-acre garden. It's worth the trip. Bob Wines is on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, just east of Lake Weir Avenue. They're open daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Plenty of sun today, the high 71 to 74. Clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 49 to 60. Partly sunny, afternoon shower Wednesday, high 74 to 78. Thursday, partly sunny, pleasant, high 73 to 77. Cloudy with an afternoon shower in spots on Friday, high 70.
That's a good song. It's a great song. You're listening to AM Ocala Live on WOCA Ocala, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. In the studio, Sunrise Automotive, Auto Repair with personal care. Matt Gibbs, welcome, buddy.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good. Speaking of, I was it last week? Things were stressful in between learning to do this more so, and then in between. But Rocky was on when I was on my lunch break. Oh. This was last week, and I caught it. And that was the first time I had seen that movie in its entirety. Because over years growing up, I've only seen
Like the original Rocky?
Yeah, the original, bits and pieces scattered over through. And then I realized, well, what I thought was watching it from start to finish, actually the opening scene, I'm like, actually, I've never seen the opening scene of this.
Oh, wow.
So I watched the whole thing. It was awesome. Hey, yo, how you doing? Yeah.
I hired a guy today. His name is Adrian, but it's not a woman. It's Adrian.
We got Matt Gibbs in the studio with us. Anybody who's got any automotive questions you'd like to have Matt answer, anything you'd like to do for repair on your own vehicle, if you need repairs or consulting or questions, give us a call, 622-9622, and we'll take those calls, get your questions answered, all that good stuff. I've learned, Matt, that as I'm doing this stuff more solo, a big part of filling time is to take longer pauses in the emphasis of what I need to say to make it sound more important.
Right.
But at the same time, it drags time out a little bit longer.
Right, I'm fixing my head is fixing to hit the granite.
Yeah, that's what I realized with all the other guys like Rush and then Rush Limbaugh and all the Glenn Beck and all of them. They just take lengthy pauses just to emphasize their point even more. And it used to bother me, but now that I'm sitting in the seat, I'm like, oh, I get why they do it.
You know how long 2 minutes is sometimes?
Oh my goodness! And sometimes it's really quick, where I'm looking over like 2 minutes. At the bottom of the hour.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I think it's just when we're having fun,
That's
we
what
lose
it
the
is.
track at
It
times.
loses it. Yeah.
So-
The whole conception of it doesn't exist. That's why it goes fast. Did you have a good weekend?
We did.
Yeah.
We did have a good weekend.
Any-
I worked on my gate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I worked
That's
on my
not a
gate.
car.
No, it's not. I did do some. I did. No, I don't. Yeah, I did. I try not to work on cars on the weekend.
No,
You know what
I
I'm
can see
saying?
that.
I'd
I
rather
can see that.
I'd rather have a headache.
Yeah.
You know. I'd rather work on my boat.
There you go. All boats need a lot of work.
You know, people say, the best day of owning a boat is the day you buy it, and then the second best day is the day you
sell it. Yeah.
But actually,
Yeah.
I don't mind when my boat breaks.
No.
No, I don't.
Because it's not a
because
car.
It's not a car.
Awesome. Anybody out there listening who's got any questions, Matt Gibbs in the studio to answer those questions for you. 622-9622. Give us a call. Yeah. My dad owned a boat. It was just a little bass boat. And you'd think it's a fiberglass bass boat, 6 feet long. I'm sorry,
No,
8
6
feet.
okay. Oh.
8 feet. And it was like still a big pain in the butt. I learned what it takes to fiberglass patch a boat. We had to do it like 8 times.
So you like riding it off into trees?
No, it's just, I guess, the temperature change and everything got it to crack. And we would not find, we patched it up, it's good to go. A couple weeks later, all right, let's take the boat out. We take the boat out, we're on the water. There's another leak.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, so I guess we're not fishing till 4 today, huh, Pop?
Hey, I had an interesting thing. I had an interesting. I'm gonna try to get up a picture up on my phone here. I had one of my employees. His uncle.
Those long pauses help the time.
Was restoring this,
Oh, wow.
and
Is that right?
yeah, I called Dan about it, and
Yeah.
it's a 19. I don't know what it is. I know it's got a Continental engine in it.
Yeah, it looks like a...
Viking.
Oh, you know what this is, partner? This is phenomenal. What I'm looking at, folks, here is, if I could put that in the way of the camera as such. There, that's what we're taking a look at for those who are watching YouTube. What this is here, this is probably a 1958, somewhere in there, Belanca,
Is,
Super Viking.
yeah, but it's a 63. I think.
63, okay. I was going to say by the nose, it's a little harder to tell. So these airplanes are awesome. They're fast, and they're fabric and wood. They're fabric and wood. That's what's incredible about them. So obviously you can tell that from the from the fuselage that's fabric with wood, but so is the wings with wood spar, and then it's got like some kind of like acrylic or poly that goes over the wood spar on that. Those are pretty cool airplanes. I've had the privilege of getting to fly a couple of those.
Well, you could be the proud owner of that one.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I always told myself too. When I had gotten into aviation, it was kind of this idea, and I wonder if you think about this too when it came to like cars. Is how cool it would be to like go from the ground up, building your own either car or airplane. And then when I got into aviation, I watched people who were doing that. And, well, I had worked in Pensacola for 5 years, and the guy was 7 years in at the point that I was leaving, and still it was not airworthy. And he retired, and for 5 years devoted his time, just like a work day, 8 to 5, to work on it, and in 5 years it still was not ready to be flown.
Yeah,
and I said, no, I don't got the time or patience.
Yeah, I don't.
How does that feel with a car?
Well, for a lot of guys, there's one of the managers over at Prestige Auto Sales is, you should have seen this 1970 Nova. That was an absolute, it was a rust bucket. So they have actually replaced every panel, fender, floor pans, deck lids, hoods. Everything in this car is brand new.
Wow.
Okay, so it just got out of the paint shop. And they've been working on this car working on it hard for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And a group of guys that's what they do. This is what they do for a living, is restore cars. So it's not like, sometimes you get into something, and you get halfway done and you found out, oh, I should have done that first, and you got to take it all back apart. These are professional guys that this is what they do.
And that's
now I got bits and pieces of the car at my shop.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've got the drive shaft there. I got power steering pumps there. I got starters there. And I'm redoing this for them. I've rebuilt the rear end for them and all that kind of stuff. And just doing that right there makes me decide I don't want to do this.
So now when we watch shows like Counting Cars with Danny there in Vegas, and they restore or whatever, you're like, yeah, that's over a long period of time. And he's got a whole team that's doing all of that, and that's what they do for a living.
Yeah.
So then when Danny's like, all right, show me that beautiful Yada, and then they bring it out, and you're like, oh my God, that's cherry, that's gorgeous. And you're like, yeah, the work that went into that. No, as just a hobby thing. Mm-mm.
No, no. We pride ourselves, and we have. Well, one of the guys, Dan brought over a Jeep.
Yeah.
The old Jeep.
Yeah.
And I had to send that down the road because it takes so much. It takes so many man hours and people. And I got a woman that needs to go get her kids this afternoon to pick them up from school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're not geared up that way.
Right.
So, and we're geared up to take care of the folks that have to go to work tomorrow.
That have to use that vehicle for the purposes of everyday life.
And there are companies that, there's companies that's what they do. Is
what they do. Now, was that the black Jeep?
No, it was an Army Jeep. It was an old Willys.
Yeah, okay. Now I know which one you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, with a 4-cylinder, and they want to take the 4-cylinder out and put a V6 in.
Put a 6 in. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of neat.
That's really cool. It's just that we don't.
No.
I'm not geared up that way.
Yeah, that's a lot. If you're listening, we got Matt Gibbs in from Sunrise Automotive, owner of Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales, which you said might be going by the wayside here soon.
Yeah, we're phasing that part of it out.
Yeah, that's okay. If you got any questions, comments, facts of life, opinions, any of that good stuff, give us a call, 622-9622. Plug in some weather, throw a commercial in there, and then we'll be back. So please call 622-9622. And you're listening to WOCA Ocala, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
Who's ready for Valentine's Day? Well, for sure, Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens is ready for Valentine's Day with a whole slew of colorful specials that'll knock your eyes out. Examples, a great selection of 5-inch bromeliads, regularly $19.99, just $14.99. Outstanding blooming gardenias that were priced at $14.99, now you get 2 for $12. More colorful your Valentine. Who doesn't like African violets? Bob Wines has a huge selection, and they're just $3.99. Also, Rex begonias, just $12.99. And do not miss those gorgeous bougainvillea on a trellis, huge array of colors, and they're marked down to just $36.99. There's a Valentine truckload rose sale, including knockouts, drift, and hybrid tea roses, starting at just $19.99. Come celebrate this week at Bob Wines, and don't miss the Camellia Show Spectacular, daily till 4:30 in the same blooming place since 1952.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online. PPIR is a networking group formed to serve the realtor and small business community. It primarily serves the real estate and construction industry, but is open to all businesses that provide any service or product to the real estate business community. PPIR has no membership dues or fees for attendees. The watchwords are keep it simple and maximize networking time. PPIR chapters meet 3 times monthly at different locations after normal business hours. For information on this, call 352-615-9412 or go to events at ppirevents.com. PPIR, professional people in real estate. Please join Bishop Jeffrey Askew, along with the Gospel Fellowship Outreach Worship Center Worldwide Ministries at 8 a.m. every Sunday when he brings the Word of God to life. Please tune into WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM The Source. Bishop Jeffrey Askew looks forward in sharing the Word with you this coming Sunday at 8 a.m.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? How would you like to participate in stock market gains, but never stock market losses? Join Josh Simpson for the Retirement and Income Radio Show every Sunday at 8:35 a.m. You can also call Josh now for your free customized retirement and income kit book and a 115-page retirement and income book at 844-450-SAFE-7233. That's 844-450-SAFE-7233.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
I'm out of the car wash and cleaned it up, shut the car off, did the tires and everything. I put this little wax stuff on it. It's kind of nice. And I started it up, and I realized I had to press the brake, and then it had come up again. And I was like, I can't even tell which bulb it is, because if I'm pushing on the brake, So I got some lady to help me out, push on the brake, and I went back there. So they illuminate, but then when you depress the brake for it to show the brake light, it's out on the right side. And I had changed my Explorer. I had an 07 Explorer that I had changed those bulbs in the back there, I don't know how many times, because water would get in there so bad. Like, it was so bad to a point where I actually took a really, really small drill bit and just drilled it in there, just because I don't know where or how it was filling with water. This one doesn't do that, but I'm also looking at, like, how do I get into this to change the bulb? I can't even. It's different.
It's
I think
crazy on some of them.
Yeah, so I still have it that way.
Some of the things that we have to do. We had a Cadillac. It was an SRX.
Yeah.
It was like a crossover. Comes in and it needed a bulb in the front.
Okay. And that's it. Just a bulb.
Just a bulb.
As if it was just the headlights out.
It was a headlight bulb. I just needed a headlight bulb.
Yeah. And what you're thinking is like, all right.
Oh man, I thought I took a picture of it, but apparently I didn't.
Oh, shoot.
But anyway, just to replace a headlight bulb in this in this Cadillac, we had to take the entire bumper cover off. So the customer, and there's quite a few cars that we have to do this on.
Okay.
But when you're thinking of your car and then you come out and like the whole nose of it is off.
Oh yeah.
You start you start freaking out a little bit.
Yep.
So this guy walks out into the shop and he's walking over and I'm like, oh boy, here it comes.
Yeah.
And he turned around, went in front of the car, and he was, what the heck are y'all doing to my car? I just need a headlight bulb. Yeah, but you have to do this to get to the headlight bulb.
Yep.
You know,
and I'm sure a lot of people don't believe that.
They don't understand. You know, why does it take an hour to put a bulb in my car? Well, sir, we had to take the whole front of the car off. You know, and it happens all the time.
That's incredible.
It's just crazy how they do things.
Was it one of those that are, because like on the Escalades, they got those beautiful headlights, but it looks like they're like individual like crystals.
Yeah, well, the LED things.
Yeah, that come down. Yeah. And have you guys had to change any LED stuff?
We have lots of problems. With LED stuff.
I was wondering that because they always kind of make it seem like LEDs. That's it. It's good, but they'll still go out in certain things, and then certain circumstances they won't stop like blinking, right? Like the grounding and all that stuff, or how it's timed. Like if somebody, like the 07 Explorer, if I wanted to put just an LED conversion in there, which they make now.
I know they do.
But as soon as you put it in there, like my buddy did it for his 97 Dodge Dually, and he's like, yeah, I got LEDs in the front, I got LEDs in the back, and he's literally just screwing the panel. He's like, I just changed out the ones that are in the back, so let's see how they go. And they're just flickering. Yeah. So he had to like get something different to change that out. That's probably one of the things that irks you a little bit, just when you think you got it, and then it's doing something
all
like that.
All the time, man.
Yeah.
It drives you crazy. And a lot of the newer cars, like, there was a Chevy Tahoe, 2015 Chevy Tahoe. Yeah. Okay, so when you're driving down the road and you touch the brake pedal, just as you touch it, all the interior lights flash.
No way.
Yeah. So
all that at night, I bet that's miserable.
Well, what happened was here's something. So you don't think of stuff like this. It's almost like that's too crazy.
Yeah.
So here's a family that buys this car. Yeah. Okay, they're driving it, and it flashes at night. Now, the problem that they have is they have an epileptic son.
Oh, no
or daughter.
way. Yeah, no way.
And that can create a seizure.
Oh, my goodness.
So these folks, they were all upset because you couldn't even turn it. If you turned the switch in the off position, the dome light switch in the off position, hit the brake pedal, they'd flash.
No matter what.
No matter what. We had to do some research. So what we found was that we had to change the outside brake light bulbs to change the resistance because that was feeding back into the lighting system, causing these interior lights to flash.
Incredible.
So what actually happened later down the road, Chevrolet, we found a TSB. That's why a lot of times when people bring cars to me and they're acting and doing something weird, first thing we do is a search. Is there a recall or a TSB on it?
Right.
So we found a TSB later that we had to replace all the LED lighting inside the car.
Oh, man.
And it solved the problem. But we actually solved the problem before they even came out with a fix for it.
Okay.
Because these people had that, they couldn't drive the car.
No, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. And I'm sure even on gray days like it was yesterday evening, that probably wreaks havoc, plays a big part of it. Oh, man, that's crazy. That's got to be one of the things, though, that's kind of, those are the moments where you got to be like, all right, what I do is some kind of interesting. Like, it's not just, those are the moments you can look back. I'm sure it's a pain in the butt because you're like, man, just what we wanted to do was just a simple fix of something. But then when you follow the breadcrumbs and you figure out something like that, at least you got a pretty neat story to tell and something to look at later on.
And you never forget that kind of stuff.
No, that's because it's so unique. It's so unique. You got any other stories like that?
Oh, I got stories until you won't have to pause.
Gotcha.
It's insane what's going on, and the computer systems, and it's not like a lot of times if your car needed a new computer, your Ford Escape.
Right.
Okay, so that means you can't just go buy a computer, plug it in.
No.
You have to buy a computer, you have to plug it in. Well, first, before you plug it in, we have to take all the information and all the data out of your old one.
Right,
We got to
save
store
it,
that
store it.
on a computer.
Yeah.
Then we got to put in the new one, and we got to put all that.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. It's the first primary of the 2020 presidential campaign in New Hampshire. Michael Bloomberg's not on the ballot there, but Les Otten gave him a write-in vote as a Democrat.
Essentially, we're saying that climate change and the budget deficit are two of the most important things that we can take care of for the future generations.
Amy Klobuchar is still trying to whip up votes.
Something's happening here, and we just want to seize the moment, so I'm going to work my heart out all day.
President Trump held a rally in Manchester, New Hampshire last night, tweeting at 1 a.m. about the sentencing recommendation for a former associate of his, calling it horrible and very unfair.
Roger Stone, who was convicted of lying to Congress in the Russia probe, could go to prison for up to 9 years when he's sentenced on February 20th. His defense had argued for probation, citing his lack of criminal history and his age of 67.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland in Washington. America's listening to Fox News.
When you're diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer,
a million questions flood your mind.
How can this be happening?
Am I going to be able to work?
What's a subtype?
What do I do now?
We know.
We went through it too.
But once you start to understand your options,
you can partner with your doctor
and find ways to face MBC on your own terms.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com and learn how to speak up and have a more informed conversation with your doctor.
Some questions have answers.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com to find some of yours.
My portfolio's diversified, my 401k's maxed, but my savings